Morning, Victors. So, talking about progression this week, another great thing that I started doing that actually helped me get to this point was I started keeping track of my life. I started paying attention. And so, one thing I'm actually doing right now for the last 13 weeks of the year is I'm marking, did I win the day or did I lose the day? And every day we have an opportunity to win. And so, you come up with your own requirements and you keep track of it and it holds you accountable. And so, like for myself, in order for me to win the day, I have to work out, eat clean, and read. So if I don't do all three of those things, I don't win the day. Okay, now it can be different for your life, but my point is, just think about this. If you won 4 out of 7 days for an entire 52-week period, that's over half the year that you have worked on yourself and gotten better. We don't usually put that much time into ourselves, at least I didn't. And so I'm really excited to actually go a full year of it next year. That's going to be one of my resolutions that I'm going to do, but just doing it this year, it's really exciting and it's keeping me on track to continue to progress and to get better. So I really wanted to share that with you today. Keep track of your progression and keep track of what you're doing and have these requirements for yourself each day to get better. So, morning, Victors. So yesterday I talked about progress and how it's a major key to life. Okay, so once I figured that out, the next step was to figure out how to progress. And originally I thought because I had the thought of wanting to progress, it would just come. The fact that I just knew I wanted to do better, I thought it would come to me. But that's not how this works. So it took me a while. It took me a good 6 months. It was a long time before I realized I was doing the same thing. So how could I progress by doing the exact same thing? No, it took me changing not just my mindset and my attitude, but the physical actions I was doing in everyday situations. So like I was going to my job and instead of doing the bare minimums, I took it upon myself to do as much as I can. Even though it sucks because it led to some other people doing less work, it was never about them. It was about me and me changing my life. So I had to do it. Even the relationship with my friends and just talking about going to the bars. No, we don't. That's not the main conversation anymore. It's talking about maybe finances. It's maybe talking about a business. I had to change our conversation in order for us to progress our friendship. And so I wanted to share this today. The progression is dope and it's cool when you think about it, but it takes more than just thinking about it. It takes these actions behind it. We can't progress by doing the same thing. All right, so that's my spill for today. Morning, Victors. So 2020 for myself has been a pretty good year. And the reason it's been so productive and great for me is because I've learned a major key to life, which is progress. Progress is now my major focus in life. And the reason progress is so important is because you're constantly moving forward towards something else. And so I have that in every aspect of my life now, whether it's my job. The reason I felt like I got so stagnant and bored with my last job is because all I wanted to do was go in there and do the bare minimums. And I know a lot of us have that issue right now. So when I went in there and I went with the expectation of myself to do more, and wanted to be more in the company and take those leaps, then I became excited to get there and I progressed and I moved forward in the company to the point where I actually outgrew it. Even in my relationships, friendships, a lot of the time it was just let's meet up, let's talk about our drinks, let's do something like that. Well, once I started talking about more than just the bar we were going to, life became better and our friendships grew stronger and we talked business and we talked things like that. The friendship was able to progress and it went from A to B and it went forward. And even in relationships, it's important to move forward and progress. If you're just dating, then it's important to go and be excited to go to that next step. You got to progress or the relationship is going to get boring. And so that was some information I wanted to share, man. We got to progress in our lives in order to feel that fulfillment, and like you're going forward. All right. So that's my spill for today. Morning, Victors. Back at the gym, finally, feeling a lot better. So I've been thinking a lot this morning about my beliefs. and the beliefs that I used to have compared to my beliefs now. But not so much the comparison as much as the fact that I had to get rid of these old beliefs in order to make room for the new ones that are helping me become the person that I'm becoming. Example, I used to believe that money wasn't everything, or money wasn't important. Okay, but how am I going to become financially free if I have the mindset and the belief that money isn't important? Well, yes, it's important. Now, it doesn't mean it's number one and it's the most important thing. No, but it's very important because I am looking to be free. Also, another belief that I had was that rich people took advantage of others. I was told that also as a kid, but that's not true neither. You know, people come up with these great ideas and they work really hard and work on themselves really hard to become worth that kind of money, to create that kind of value in themselves. So to degrade them and to say that they've taken advantage of others is far from true. But I understand this now. And so my beliefs have changed. But I also had to change them so I can become the person that I want to be in the future. And so my question to you is, what beliefs do you have that were possibly handed down to you in your childhood that is stopping you? And my challenge is to have you erase those beliefs and to come up with the belief that will help you move forward to the person that you want to be. All right. So that's my spill for today. Morning, Victors. So I was doing some great reflecting this morning and thinking about how far I've come with my mindset. And one of the things that I didn't realize years ago was that negativity is a choice. And for whatever reason, I didn't think so. I thought it was like more of a reaction based thing, depending on your situation. But it's not. It's actually just a legit choice that we make based on a situation. And so I'll explain. If something bad happens, your car breaks down on the way to work, we can either choose to go negative, or you can understand that this is the situation and just deal with it accordingly. All right. I used to just go negative, and then I would complain and I would vent and make it my entire day about my car breaking down. When in all reality, I could have just moved on with the situation. And so my big point in what I'm talking about is negativity it's so overrated because it only has the power that we give it. So by me not giving and feeding into the negativity and understanding, hey, this is my situation, what can I do to get out of it? It allows me to just never go negative because I'm always forward thinking. I'm always thinking of the solution and not so much the problem. So I really wanted to share that today. You can either stay negative or you can be a forward thinker and think positive. You get to decide. So that's my spill for today. Morning, Victors. So there are 13 weeks left in 2020. Wow. This year flew by. I know there's been a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups for a lot of people, and I'm sorry about that. But there is still an opportunity to do something great in 2020. And there are 13 weeks left. And so what I wanted to do was encourage you guys to maybe come up with a single goal and accomplish that. Just a single goal, focus on it, and let's get that accomplished for 2020. Because I know a lot of people are excited for 2021, but I don't think people realize that although the calendar year changes, you're going to go into that next year as the exact same person, which means you're probably still not going to do anything. Okay, it's a hard reality, but just because the calendar year changes doesn't mean you change unless you do something about it. All right, so my challenge to you guys is to just come up with one goal, maybe two. Don't get too spread thin with like 10 things. One or two things to really focus on for the rest of 2020, and let's go and get something accomplished. Okay, I am actually I'm going to accomplish my very first New Year's resolution. I'll share it with you guys. I had reading 14 books. I've never read that many books in a year in my life. I read 2 books last year, and I think the year before that, maybe 1. And so I've almost read 14 books. So for me, that's a huge accomplishment. And then next year, maybe it'll be 20 books and to keep increasing. But my point is, I really focused on that goal all year. Now, what you're going to do might not be 14 books or whatever, but find something, focus on it, and accomplish it, and start in 2020 the way you want to. That way you can go into 2021 the way you want to, and you can set the tone and start out on a high note. So I really wanted to share that with you. Thank those of you that bought your 30 Days to Inspired Living task books. If you're looking to create action, hit the link above me. The task books are amazing because there isn't a lot of thinking. It's here are the tasks, here's the action. Sometimes a lot of information isn't gonna do anything for you. Sometimes you just need to see something and just gets the pumping, and you need the action. And that's why I love the task book so much, is it's information to get you to do the actions. All right. So today is Support Sunday. Put something supportive on the Inspired Living timeline, or if you need some support, say what's going on in your life, and Inspired Living will support you. We're going to stop saying no to our dreams and start saying yes, yes, yes to our dreams. I got kids, so you know I'm tired, but I'll be here tomorrow to help us live inspired.